Do I have to write LLC after my company name? Well, I'm going to go into a bunch of details just about LLCs in general, because many of you, especially you women, get overly complicated about the name. And then there's a lot of rules around, in my opinion, what you should name it or not name it. And then how do you use DBA? So let's talk about the LLC name versus the business name. Let's talk about a DBA, doing business as, and how do you use that to collect money, because that's what banks are going to need. And then last, let's talk about building the corporate credit around that LLC. So first of all, if you're in the United States listening to this, there's either an LLC, an S Corp, C Corp, or limited partnership, and it needs to be held in trust. If you don't know anything about trust, go to my search bar and check out everything I have to say about trust. I have a lot of content about it. In other countries, the principle's the same. The names of the companies are different. Now, with an LLC, you also can be taxed as a variety of things. So this isn't just going to LegalZoom. This is calling our office. So I want you to call our office and say, I need a consult. I need to understand how to lower my taxes, because having an LLC is not only asset protection, liability protection, it's tax reduction. Companies get deductions. In the United States, nearly 80,000 pages of tax code. Individuals get taxed and individuals don't get the deductions. So for example, an individual can't deduct their phone, but your LLC can. You can't deduct your vehicle, but your LLC can. You personally can't have a wardrobe allowance because you don't have a company, but your company can. To get where I'm going, like, you have to have a company. So our office can help you or navigate the coaching and the mentoring to help formulate a plan around that. So I'm going to give you the first 3 chapters of my Millionaire Maker book, do a gap analysis, call our office, or go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL, ask a question, make a request, and it'll be underway. In an LLC, so many of you actually use your name. Don't use your name. You want to remain private. Your home address should remain private. So I just told some clients that they need to go get a local PO box, not a UPS store. Those aren't legitimate anymore. You need to have a legal lease. So right now, if you're working from home, you could, if you have to have just a residential address or a business address, you could use yours, but say the mailing address for all mail on this LLC should go to my PO box. If you don't have one, go to your local PO box, open one. You'll have it for the rest of your life, as long as you are living corporate life. And then have more mail go there. And mainly that's for privacy. But your business name, for example, Integrated Wealth Systems is a brand name. It's not a company. It's not associated in anything. But I DBA'd it on top of the LLC name that actually operates this company. And really, there's 4 companies that operate this company, but that's a bigger conversation. So just name your LLC something like ABC, XYZ. I have one that's like MLF Bar. It's my last frickin' rodeo. I used to have one that I called BIC because I can. So I have funny little names because then I end up DBAing them, because I believe that once you start these companies, they can change form and change purpose. So you may start one for like a real estate and then later want to do some consulting or coaching or landscaping or whatever you want to do. So what it does as far as how it makes money can change form annually all the time. Like I have companies that I use for like this kind of a business, coaching and mentoring and authorship, that I used to have real estate in. I used to have a trust company and I used to have a variety of things in. So you just find a name that no one else is using that you're going to keep for the rest of your life and generationally be passed on. It doesn't have to be the business name, and I'll get to the DBAs next. So the power of a DBA, let's talk about that. It's doing business as. So you go down to your county clerk for like $35 here is what I think what it costs here in Nevada. And say you have a core LLC and you have 3 different revenue streams and you want people to pay to those 3 different revenue streams. You write 3 DBAs on that company and then you hand the DBAs back to the county clerk. So the LLC is the name of the company, call it XYZ LLC, and then the 3 revenue streams would be 3 DBAs. Could be 1, could be 2, could be 4, however many you want. Then you have to take the DBAs to the bank or they won't clear the money. For example, Ask Loral is a brand. It's not a website and it's not an LLC. So if somebody wrote Ask Loral a check, there's nowhere to deposit it because there's no LLC name and there's no DBA name, so you can't deposit the money. So the DBAs are about getting the money in the bank. So make sure that that's organized for those of you who have LLCs in the past. And for going forward, again, just let our office, let our expert team set it up for you. Now, you do have to become a client because we don't just do them independently because it's a context of you need a tax strategist, you need me to guide you, you need to grow your company. I'm the most aggressive about using deductions, and I'm the one that's actually built all this. So call our office, talk to our office, And if you want to learn more about corporate life, I'm going to give you 2 tickets to our Millionaire Intensive. It's once a month. The next one, we're recording on November 1st, 2024. So the next one is November 7th. And then December 12th be the last one in the year. And we'll be doing them next year as well, once a month, as we head into 2025. So before I go to the last point, I want you to make sure you subscribe to my channel, click that notification button, watch the videos, consume them, share this with many, many people. You want more smart people around you talking about money, like engaging in what are you learning? Like what a different drink conversation, happy hour conversation, talking about what you're learning and what you're going to do and your goals and how you're going to expand your life versus whining and crying about what's not happening. Like create a new conversation. So corporate credit is something, back to the content, that very few people talk about or understand. So a lot of people think it's just a Dun & Bradstreet. But it's not. It's also how you use credit cards with the LLC. So once you get your company, you're going to get a bank account, have the bank apply within the bank for its first credit card, and then allow a few little bit of use to go by. Then I want you to apply all at one time, which we have a very expert team that will teach you. You should apply for 4 to 6 cards at the same time within the same 24-hour period, because they're going to hard pull your credit to actually give you the offer. So if they're doing it all at one time, you're going to get more. If you do 1 a day for the next month or 6 weeks, you're going to get less, and your credit score is going to go down, your personal score. So after about 3 years, you're going to be able to get completely off of the LLC, and it can stand by itself financially as long as you're using it, making money, spending money, making money, spending money, keeping it compliant. So lots to teach you. Cannot wait to help you. Stop worrying about your LLC name. And the last tip of the day is when you sign your name, you're going to sign comma, either manager or member of the LLC's name, comma, LLC. That's how your new signature is. It's just not you. You sign without the comma and your status and the name and the comma LLC. You're signing personally. Bad decision on contracts. If you need to learn more, we're right here to teach you. Go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL. Ask a question, make a request. We'll be back tomorrow.